Wow, you guys were tweeting me the nicest things doing Christina Appreciation Day. What the heck? That was so nice. So I want to thank you guys by doing a Q&A right now. So send me your questions and I want to answer and try to give you guys something back because you gave me so much today. So thank you. Okay, on Twitter, Danny, I'm just doing people's first names, not doing last names. Danny something asked me if I ever felt completely alone in my life before. Yes, many times. Something that I struggle with a lot is that I am the demise of myself. Like I tear myself down to a point where I feel like I'm completely alone and like useless basically. So I can very much relate to that feeling, yes. Melissa on Twitter asked me how can she become more organized? Okay, I organize everything. My brain is so freaking organized. I don't know how you teach that when you're born with it, but I think writing things down and using different apps is also really helpful. Like there's so many things you do, but I think writing things down and being able to see it is really helpful. And having like your 5 key tasks of the day is also really helpful. But basically organization just comes down to taking the time to plan something ahead of time, which most people don't want to do. They don't want to sit there at night for 10 minutes and write out what they're going to do the next day. They don't want to do it. So if you take that time and you plan something out ahead of time, that's literally all it is. You'll be organized, but people just don't. What is my favorite Christmas song? Says Crystal. Gosh. Not Let It Snow. Sleigh Bells? Wait, I don't know what it's called. Actually, no. Michael Bublé. All I Want for Christmas Is You. Silent Night. Okay, this person, I don't know if it's a girl or a boy. I think it's a girl, I don't know. Named Mija. Don't know how to say that. I don't know if that's your name. That was just your name on Snap, something like that. If you told this dude you like him, he hasn't said anything yet, he probably doesn't like you, and he's like, there's nothing wrong with you. He just probably like, or maybe he does like you, but he's really freaked out. Either way, he's like freaked out right now. So I would chill and also think about other people in the world who might be more available. You know. Cybele asks, did you ever have to shave your lip hair? No, I did not shave my mustache, but I did tweeze it and I did thread it, and it's kind of there right now, but not too much. I have a little bit of brown hairs, but a lot of it's blonde. I don't think you can see it. Thank you for the riveting question, Cybele. This is extremely depressing. Taylor, who asked me this, but people do this literally every day. There's so many stories that's like success stories that start like this. I don't know why it is. Maybe because it makes you're in a desperate place. You're like, I have to do something. You have more drive than other people. So while this is very depressing and I'm very sorry, people do this every day. They pull themselves out of that place that you're in right now every single day. They just make a plan. They're like, I'm going to go find a job. I'm going to figure this out. And they take it one step at a time, figure out the next right move for you, and they make things happen. So I would make a little plan, like maybe I'll get a temporary job. It's not my passion, but it's gonna give me some money and I can save up while I make my like full like long-term plan or whatever it is. I don't know if you're in school. I don't know one detail here, but bottom line is you can do this. You can make a plan. You can make it out of there. You can create a life that you really love, full of people who really love you, and a career that is fulfilling to you, and a family, whatever it is that you want out of life. You can do that no matter what your circumstances are. I knew this man, I babysat his son in Malibu, and he was homeless and addicted to drugs. And he went from that to being a millionaire. And he didn't have family to help him, and he didn't have literally anything. I think he went to jail. He was in trouble with the law. Okay, so this was crazy, dude. But he went from that to being a millionaire without the drugs. So my point is, you can go from homeless to millionaire. It doesn't happen to everyone, but it does happen all the time. It's not like life happening to you, it's like you happening to life. And you don't even need to be a millionaire, obviously. You're just saying you want to support yourself. Sometimes it seems like an impossible thing, but people support themselves every day. And it can be very, very, very difficult sometimes to get a job, to figure out life and blah, 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 but it's doable. It is doable. People do this who have no arms or no legs. I just watched a video about that. People do wild things. I saw this woman had this crazy accident and she like lost all of her skin, okay? And she was rehabilitating. There's just so many things there. I don't know. Sorry, I'm getting off on a tangent, but you should go watch some videos on YouTube about people who have wild circumstances and they overcome them. It will inspire you because, I don't know, humans are so resilient. We just don't even realize. You know, things like that make me think like, this dude plays the piano or paints pictures better than I will ever do. With his feet, I can figure out my problem right here. Because that is something that I never thought was possible. And yet someone thought out of the box enough to realize I'm going to paint a freaking picture with my toes. What? Okay, I know that's really weird, but it just inspires me to think like, you don't actually know it's impossible. You have no idea. Things can be like stacked against you, yes. But you can figure them out. Martina asks, how do you go to sleep earlier? Okay, I'm a master of this, but once again, it's natural for me. I've been doing this since I was a child. But I do have a tip. I have several tips. Okay. Don't have caffeine later than like 3 p.m. Don't do that. That's chocolate. Well, dark chocolate more, but soda, coffee, don't do that later. Green tea, be careful. And then actually have a winding down ritual. So when it's nighttime, I start to turn the music way down and make it softer. I turn the lights down around me. Like I'm starting to get a headache right now. It's like freaking 7 o'clock, but I'm going to turn the light down and turn that light on. Turn the lights down. Make it dim. Turn the music down. Make it quieter. Do relaxing things like take a shower, write, read. If you are doing all these things that you amped up for the last few hours of the day, you're going to be amped up and not going to be able to sleep. So you have to spend the last couple hours. For me, it's about 7 p.m. I start to wind down and then I sleep by 9 or 10. So for you, if you want to sleep by 11, then start winding down at 8. Like actually wind down. I don't deal with stress very easily. It's something I've struggled with for a while, but I do know a lot about it. It's generally from being overwhelmed by too many things at once. So I will sit out and write the list of everything that needs to be done and write what is the next step to take in each situation. And I'm going to be like, okay, you better freaking do it. Step 1. Step 2, after you've done all these things, do something to take care of yourself. So I'll take a chill bath or I'll journal, sit down there, dim the lights, turn some chill music on and journal. So it's take a big action towards everything, number 1. And get it out on paper. Oh my gosh, get it out on paper. And number 2, do a self-care thing. But I swear, getting things out on paper and out of your head is one of the most underrated and most incredible things. It's bouncing around your brain. It like never stops. Once you get it on paper, it slows everything down. Most important question, how can I forget it, is from Jasmine. Do you pour syrup on your pancakes or dip your pancakes in syrup? Apparently she's trying to collect data about this. Don't understand that. I have to tell you, both. I had pancakes last week. I love to pour it on them, but sometimes I'm like, I don't want it to sink in. I just want to dip them today. Depends on my personality. My mood that day. So I have to figure out which mood goes with which. I'll have to do some more research myself, but there you have it.